Oh, what's going on, YouTube? Visa Trade here. So, just got this thing, man, like yesterday. And my first test, just wanted to see if it'd get up the hill that I'm looking at. And today, I went to town, like literally, you know. So, this is my first time, like, owning an e-bike. I've been thinking about it for a long time, but $1,000 is a lot of money to me. So I got the best one I could for, the price. But, so it's a dual motor, dual suspension, fat tire e-bike. And really, you don't need fat tires, if you live, on the street. If you saw what I just had to go through when I came home, you'd be like, oh, dude, that's brutal. It's just like, after all that ride, oh my God. Okay, so this is the Burchda Y3. And I don't know what their reason was for putting this one on sale versus the other ones. Apparently, this is the new one. So, but if you've been thinking about and putting off buying an e-bike for a really long time, now's kind of the time to do it. It might burst further, this crash or whatever, but there was an e-bike crash where they expected tariffs to go higher, and so everybody hoarded friggin' e-bikes, and apparently they're not selling because nobody's got any damn money anyway. So, you could pick up a pretty nice cheap e-bike right now for, like this one is, it's good to get a promo code from somebody because it'll take off $60, and then you're spending, I got this one tax-free and shipping free for 1,138 or 39. I know it was under 1,140. So we've got a 30 amp hour battery. I know there's a lot of stuff going on here. Supposedly a 1,500 watt rated front motor, 1,500 watt rated back motor. Obviously dual speed control. I don't know. I just slapped the seat on there. But we're going to talk a bit today about also my e-bike ride. And first, and I do want to put a gasoline engine on here eventually. Because I got to town and I finally got to my destination. And I had just got one bar below. And I come over to my bike and I'm all, let's see. Okay. What? I'm empty. Did you see it? Like Blake Dread? I was like, oh shit. Right? And I was like, well, that's not good, dude. There's no way I'm going to be able to freaking ride this beast home. We're talking about like at least 20 miles in, one way. And I saw the weather, one of those, things, signs on the side of the road. It said 105 degrees. So, I'd already gone through about 2 heat strokes. So anyway, but I realized that I just came back from going inside. And so all the way clockwise on these battery keys is going to be lock. And then all the way counterclockwise. Come on. I think it's already there. It's going to be unlock. And then I don't think you have to hit the button. We'll see. Oh, maybe you do have to hit the button. And now, it shows actually what I have. This is like two bars and then one red. So literally the battery is sitting at like 60% or something like that. But I want to show you around a little bit on this thing. So I had to reorganize this thing. It comes so that this is on this side, and this is like in between this one and this one. And I put this on because if I'm going down a bike path, I just want to go. You know, when I see a guy, when I see somebody there, just let them know I'm there. You know, instead of, well, I guess it's not going to work till I power it on. But it goes, you know, it's not very nice, you know. But you know, if you're walking down a bike path and you just go, hey, just to let you know. But oh man, it was a heck of a ride today. Let's see, I can't remember what my tripometer thingy majig says. So to turn on, I think it's like 2-second on the power button. Okay, then release it real quick, make sure, and then so yeah, I actually ate into it a little bit, so that's cool, you know. Another thing, I wish it had a switch, dude, because I was going up and down hills, and it would have been really nice. And my motor, it was so hot that it started making noises. So long press on I, a little I button thingy. Long press on I changes the drive. So that's all drive. So like if I'm going up a hill, it's probably better to have all drive than just try to, you know, get it with front or rear. But and then no drive, which literally turns it off to the point where you do that and it doesn't go anywhere. Another way to do that and go nowhere is at stoplights. I was hitting the zero pace pedal assist thing. Literally, pedal assist is like your speedometer level, like how fast you want to go. And the whole way I was pretty much on eco, which is 1. So what I'll do is I'll come to a stop, I'll hit that, and then I'll pedal a little bit, and then I'll hit 1. But I put 2 miles on it last night, and then I charged the battery. I think it was like 2.7. Now it's at 41.8. So obviously I did quite a few friggin' you know, miles today. But I ended up adjusting the shifters like I like them. I like an angle. I don't know why. When I look at it, like I want it to be like 45-degree angles to the front fork kind of thing. Lets me get better grip on them. And then, yeah, anyway, there's a lot of stuff. But the one thing I want to talk about is definitely this. If you have this thing just like all the way over here, dude, like you're eventually going to get that. It's not fun. It's just, that's like a, you know, sore thing just from rubbing on this thing. And I found the grips to be really uncomfortable. This is what I was going to talk about pretty much is for some reason, like I eventually just get to the point where I just want to hold it right here. And this is like hard rubber and it's spiky. I don't know if it's supposed to try to keep your blood flowing or what the deal is, but it's not very comfortable. And so my freaking hands were hurting like crazy. Let's see, I'm going to turn this thing off pretty much. But yeah, so like just under 40 miles I did today. And then this used to be on the other way around. Like I intentionally did this. Because I don't know, it felt too high for me. It's weird. Like if you like motorcycles and stuff, you like your bars up high, you know, screw it, you know, I have some ape hangers, but I'm not on that motorcycle. I'm on an e-bike and it's got a front tire and I'm trying to get kind of the weight lower on it. So yeah, I set it up like that because I'm like, hey, how low can I get it? So I was like, the thing is I was like thinking about it and I was like, well, if I put the spacers on the top, then tighten the top nut down, and then tighten the side nuts, side bolts, you know, to pinch it together, it'll probably hold the same. And it did. But I don't know. I think I changed the geometry too much on it to the point where what I need now is like they literally bolt on right here, and then they have like the front bracket like right here, so your bars are like this far away. Because when I'm looking down at it, like, dude, I want my bars like right on the you know, like right here. This is what I don't know why when I'm riding, like I want my bars like right here, dude. Otherwise I'm like leaning way the hell too back. I think it also has something to do with the I didn't bring my socket wrench and this hex nut under here to adjust the seat post. You have to put a lot of freaking torque on it apparently. And So I didn't bring my socket wrench. And so I wasn't able to mess around with the seat, but I think I still have a little bit of room on these rails where I could slide it forward. But yeah, my ass was freaking hurting hella bad. But surprisingly, what went first was my feet started hurting like crazy. I don't know why. But like I said, this is the first like serious bike ride I've done in a really long time. And yeah, like I can't even remember the last time I did like a 40-mile ride. That must have been like maybe in my mid-20s. And I'm 40 now, so well over a decade ago. So yeah, things are gonna hurt. I get that, but I don't know. It seemed like you tell me if it's all right and comfortable and stuff, man. Because I was in a shit ton of pain. But yeah, it's just oh, and here's what I did, because you can actually like there's a lot of e-bikes out there right now that are like this, cheap ones, where you can only select rear tire or all tires, and at least this one you can select front tire only. And so the thing with that is apparently they recommend that you use it on the road, and then when you go off-road, you use the rear tire, and when you climb hills, front tire. But having done that many miles, right, that's I saw it was like 38 miles on a half a battery, and I had to encounter a pretty damn steep hill in Eco 1. Given that I wasn't hauling ass or anything. And the thing that kind of made me angry was somebody zipped by me, because there wasn't a bike lane. I was literally right in the gutter, which I don't mind doing as long as I don't have to pedal. And you're going like, in Eco 1, you're going like 13.5, something like that. And so he told me to get on the sidewalk. I'm like, dude, you've never ridden a bike before, you are literally never supposed to go on the sidewalk, especially with an e-bike. But those kids, so some, I think it was actually an older guy, but he came yeeting, freaking, I was sitting in the bike lane, and he came up in his little scooter and fucking went by me. I guess that's the thing. Like, if you have an e-bike, they expect you to go faster. I'm like, dude, I got to get home. I don't give a shit about going faster. You know how much that would suck if my freaking battery was 0% when I was all, 20 miles away and I need to get home? That would really suck for my first ride. Yeah, like I weigh 300 pounds, dude. I'm like not fit at all. And I'm just happy I made it home. And by the time I got home, I was just sitting there wrenching on the throttle and like just fucking, But yeah, my front rim, I gotta keep an eye on it. It started making a woo 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 sound, so I'm not so sure what the hell's up with that. I already know that the freaking disc brake's grinding, because I think I set it up wrong, or I don't know what the heck the deal is. But I did do the brake stop test, but not that many times. I didn't do it 30 times. I did it like, maybe 20, 25 or something like that. It's just really a pain in the ass, dude. When you finally got up to speed, and you're going 15 and then, or 13 or whatever, and then you gotta like, you preload the brakes, so that forces weight on the front, and then you slam on the front brake, and then you kind of, push the brakes as much as you can and stop as fast as you can. And that's supposed to put dust on the, when you first get an e-bike, it's supposed to put dust on the rotors. But yeah, that was the thing, dude. This let's see. Okay, so this was really uncomfortable too. I noticed that, like, to do this is actually really a pain in the ass. Like, it starts really fucking hurting. I don't know why, but that hurts a lot for me. And because I want to make it a gas bike anyway, I figure the only gas bike trigger I'm going to get is probably going to be on the right side. So my thought is, and I've looked into it, and I can get one, but there's a big old beefy left thumb trigger, and so I'll have the electricity on this side, and then the gas on this side, and that's how I'm gonna do it, man. Because I swear, dude, that feeling when I looked at that battery was so bad, dude. I was like, "Oh, this is really fucking shit, dude." Because I don't have any friends around here with a truck, so I would have been so fucked. I mean, it's a lot better than trying to wheel home a GoPed on a flat tire. Because the cab companies and the Lyft drivers, they don't want gas in their car, But yeah, I would have been really screwed. But yeah, so I did take a toolkit with me. Check it out. So this one comes with this e-bike, this Burchda Y3. Just some basic tools, and I'm so glad I took those, because messing around with this handlebar thing, like, dude, I really needed to do this. So I ended up like taking the brake off like all the way, because it actually has two little brackets there to pull it right off. And apparently this one won't, because it's got like some weird little string thing. Like, it's like a piece of plastic, but it's so thin, it's like a string. And it's like, I guess they want you to cut that before you can expand the plastic over the friggin' handlebar, because I was just trying to rearrange it. And this is like a really small friggin' what do you call it, screw, hex screw, really tiny. But my thought was, I got to the local gas station, and they don't have free air anymore, because I don't know, America, kind of gone down. But I was able to fill it to 20 psi, and I'm surprised, because I tried to pump it up last night, and I used my air compressor, and I used the one on the air compressor. Anyway, apparently it was at 17.5, which isn't bad, but it made the ride out there on the bumpy road a little more comfortable. It's amazing what 3 psi will do. So I think next time I come back, I'm gonna lower my psi a little bit before I hit that dirt road. But I brought that. I brought this because I figure you don't really want to slime your tires, especially with something like motorized. But if you have to, this is the best way. I guess, I don't know if Fix a Flat works really good or not. They say not to use it. I used it on my other bicycle, and it was all right, but I'm definitely not going to use it on my best one, So the whole idea is, if I hit a patch of goat heads or something, dude, get this out, and then, flatten the tire all the way, put the slime in, and then hook that bad boy up. And actually, this isn't too bad. I was surprised. This thing sucks for a truck. If you have a truck, this won't do jack shit. If you have a car, it'll pump up like 1.5 tires, like pretty much one tire. And for the e-bike though, it actually works pretty good. And then I don't know, I brought this just in case. I didn't really plan on using it. I need to get in there with like a I don't know, I saw some method where this guy was wrapping electrical tape along the thing, and then he was using drip droppy stuff. The thing is, I live really off-road, so this thing's gonna get dirty real quick, and I know I need to keep my chain well lubricated. And yes, I certainly smoke. But one thing I wanted to mention before I go, I like Birch's customer support. I like the fact this has a 2-year warranty. Battery has a 1-year warranty. But they kind of missed out on putting the screws in there. There's no, and then they told me the size of them. They're like, to prevent delay, go get your own. And I was like, well, I mean, it's kind of working for now, because I was just on road going up and down the hill and stuff. But when I started getting off-road, dude, this thing was starting to go nuts, dude. And when I was sitting in the friggin' the bike lane thing, like, I have to do something about it, like put a zip tie on here or something. Like, if I wanted to keep riding it. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna ask him and just say, hey, dude, look, I don't have the time to make it over there. Just send those things in the mail. But yeah, this next order, I go with Ali, AliExpress, and it's gonna be interesting because I know kind of like really what I need right now, and I already have grips that I can try out, but I want something a lot more comfortable, and I want it so I can just push that damn, that whatchamacallit, thumb drive thing. I don't know. Probably have to adjust like there to there. Like the thing is like when you're riding along, dude, you don't want to be like this and shit with your hand because it hurts after a while. And the other thing, because this thing is just, it's no good. It hurt like crazy. It hurt so bad to the point where I just would want to let go of that and just freaking pedal assist. Even though I was exhausted and just went through like two heat strokes and was definitely experiencing heat exhaustion, I still wanted to let go of that and pedal just to keep the dang thing realizing that I wanted to go forward, dude. I kind of wish it was just a switch like I hit. Say, hey, power on, dude. If I crash, just leave the power on. I really don't give a shit. I just am tired of holding a switch. But like I said, my first e-bike, and I'm fat, and I haven't worked out in a long time like that. So, one thing I did observe while I was riding was everybody's kind of like wondering why, a lot of e-bikers get hit, by cars. It's because you're not doing anything. There's no motion going on. You're sitting on the thing like a half-dead zombie. So, the pedaling, like, the eye attracts, all eyes pretty much attract, you got lizard eyes, but they attract to things that naturally are moving, if something's sitting still, you're not going to see it. So when you're going down the road, you're not pedaling, like it looks like you're sitting still. You know what I mean? Like there's no motion going on the bike saying, hey, I'm over here. That's kind of one thing I kind of wish. Like, I don't even know how to turn this freaking light on, but I wish there was kind of like a daytime running light or something. I think they put these on because originally it's had like turn indicators, and people realized turn indicators aren't the reason why people are getting hit. So they stopped putting them on bikes because it costs a lot of money. But anyway, yeah, I just wish there was a way to, put a, hey, I'm here light, that sometimes helps when the sun's going down. And I couldn't figure out how to do it. I put it on last night, and it's weird because it has a thing that looks like a headlight right there, and then your headlight is like right there too. And I'm pretty sure that's the one that works. And I think that one hits the horn or some damn thing. But let's see if I can get to fire up now. I think when the sun's out, it like won't even come on because I was trying to hit it. See, that's like one tap on that one. Does absolutely nothing. See one tap on that one. Dude, maybe I was riding along with my front light on. I don't know why there's no indicator on the screen saying, hey, by the way, your freaking front light's on. That would make more sense to me. I thought there was. It's just apparently mine's busted or something. But I know that'll drain the battery a lot. But it's better to drain the battery and get freaking smacked by a car. Here's the other thing I was wondering. Because I was riding kind of when the sun was going down, is my rear light on if the lights aren't on? Look, I think that turns it off for some reason. No? I don't know what the hell that thing does. I just remember holding it down and the horn went off for some reason. But let's see, because this is a test I wasn't able to really. Yeah, okay. So when I do hit the brakes, let's see if the front brakes work. Yeah, same concept. Okay. Well, at least it was going off when I had my brakes on, but definitely didn't have a riding on a brake, or riding on light. But yeah, man, I'm pretty stoked. I do want to take it on just a mash around, but it's in the perfect condition right now to leave it sitting for a while because the battery's just about at 50%. It's supposed to be 60 to, I think, 40% to store it for long periods of time. And it's right there. So I'm going to take the battery out, stick it back in the box, and go on my vacation to my best friend's house, man. And then deal with this thing when I get back. maybe a month after that. Because apparently I need to put a lot of money into this thing. This left throttle that I want, they're going to charge me like $15 for that one because it's a special one, you know? And I think it's pretty nice. I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping it's made out of the trigger part. The thumb throttle is made out of some sort of metal. I don't really care what kind of metal, as long as it's not plastic. But if I wanted it on this side, it would actually be kind of cool because they have one with a key on it. And I didn't realize this has pretty much no keys. Like, if I leave this parked in front of the store and somebody knows what the hell they're doing, they could come up and swoop this thing out pretty quick, man. But I thought that key did something, like made it so, you can't turn it on or something. But apparently not. You just hit the button, because I'll probably leave that off just to save power if I'm storing it in front of a store or whatever. Locking up the bike rack. And hit the power button and go, but this thing is actually pretty nice, online for like $8 on AliExpress. Like, it's a pretty, mindless, I think that one you actually do have to do it though, where, you would take the, one of these plugs and you have to splice it in the wire. Probably best to just buy a plug and then, splice it into the wire instead of taking the one off you got. But, it's pretty cool. It has the Voltagear battery. And I think the problem with it, though, is that you actually do have to, like, open your battery up and get in there and get these two wires that are on that switch. But it does make it so you can lock the battery off. And then it has voltage on top. And then it has a thumb throttle. So if I wanted a right throttle, I would definitely get that one. But because I want my electricity on that side and my gas on that side, But I think that's about it for this video. Yeah, I was just looking. That's how hot it is even right now, dude. I'm still sweating. Like, I just got up from a nap. 86 degrees. Like, dude, it was freaking hot today, man. But yeah, that was a pretty good ride for what power I got of it. I don't plan on doing that a whole lot. Like, the only reason I got the e-bike is so I can get up that hill when I'm done with my ride. And like I said, don't get fat tires. Like, if you're, like, not on an off-road washboard or something, dude. Like, it's just, why? There's no reason. And I doubled down. I got rear suspension. That's the thing, is, like, if you get fat tires, like, you shouldn't have to worry about your rear. Oh, that's the last thing I want to mention. Okay, so the correct seat post height is apparently your inseam times 0.88, which reduces the number, right? You multiply it by 0.88, and it's supposed to be the distance. I call it the center of the crank, but whatever. They call it all kinds of shit. It's basically that bolt. You follow it up to, like, I think they say the top of the seat, which for me, because I don't like my nuts crunched, is more like back here. But we kind of go like right there. Here's the issue with that. I'm really fat, right? So when I sit on that thing, like, my rear shock, because this is a soft tail, I don't think it works for soft tails. Compresses like a crazy. So I don't know, maybe the next time I get out there, I'm just going to try standing on the bike with one hand, right? Just do the quick release, pull this thing up to my, inseam, and then slap it shut, and hopefully that'll give me my height, because this ain't high enough. And this is the other thing, is that shock, I wish I could, give it like this is a cheap ass shock. I think, better ones will do better, but I wish I could compress it and then hit a button to say that's the maximum that I want you to extend, and then anything beyond that's fine, but don't go back up to where you have more clearance. And I don't know what is up with this. I like using the lockout on roads that don't have any bumps in them, and so I wanted to put the lockout on, and I actually did on the way back, but it seems like you can't lock it out, like I said, you know, where you push it down and then hit lock out, and it won't go further up or down, but whatever. Anyway, couple upgrades. Gonna need the thumb throttle. I already have grips. I need to mess around with that seat again. I think I'm gonna try to stick with the seat. I wanted to get a rear shock. And thumb throttle. I don't know. I guess that's it. I don't know. Oh, and the stem. Yeah, I want to get my stem so my bars come out like right here. Maybe get some new bars too. I don't know. Yeah, surprisingly, I actually kind of like having wider bars on this thing. But these grips it's for like high speed. I kind of realize that. Like, it's kind of like if you're going down a hill, it actually feels kind of good to grab onto those at like 48 miles an hour. Because I don't really like going 48. It's a bit fast for me. Where I know if I stack, I'm dead. But anyway, I guess that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. Hope this helped you in some way. Give me a like if you like the content. I know I didn't write it or do any. I meant to mention that at the beginning, but yeah, give me a subscribe if you want to see me, you know, mess around with this thing further. I'm definitely going to do some, you know, on the thing footage and stuff. And it'll be interesting when I get that gas bike. Like, I had no clue. And the whole thing is, I was looking online just for a rack that attached to just this back arm. And this one does it. That's the other thing. When you're assembling this thing, this rack is a real pain in the ass to get on there. Like, I don't know why they need to give you an inch clearance right here and not line the hole up properly, but yeah, that thing was a nightmare. But you notice how it doesn't have any attachment to anything with suspension on it, and that's what I wanted, so that I could slap an engine on top of there and then connect it to. I'm gonna only have a front brake, so I should find a way to just have a rear brake too, but that's fine with me. I rode a GoPed around forever with just a front brake. But okay, that's truly it for this one. And give a comment if you have anything to say about it. Like, hey, I got one too. Yeah, I don't know. My ass hurts like crazy after 20 miles, you know? Or my feet hurt for some reason. I've never had my feet hurt. This is so weird. I'm like, dude, why can't I just chill, you know, and just ride along at 13 miles an hour? But everything's freaking hurting, dude. Like, went from just holding this to pedaling to holding this and then like standing up and just try to keep everything from hurting. But yeah. So 52 volt, 30 amp, and it pulled it off, dude. That was just under 40 miles, going real slow, 13 miles an hour. But I'm happy with it. I came back and I think my suspension was a little more broken in and my tires were more pumped up. So it's a pretty rough ride when I hit the friggin' rock road. But yeah, man, I did it. All right. I hope you have a great night. And, you know, ride on.